up, y'all? That is a tune called, alternately, The Wearing of the Green, The Rising of the Moon, The Orange and the Green. There may even be a few others. Those are the ones that I'm familiar with. And it's a very old melody. It's been used for a bunch of songs like those. And it's coming up on St. Patrick's Day, so I figured we should break out some of the classics. And this is another one, so hang tight. Now that version that I heard in A, that's not the one we're going to play. We're going to play the more standard version. We'll play it in D because it's easier. You don't have to mess about with any of the half-holing. But I'll come back and hit on the A version real quick at the end if you want to. So here's the basic melody for Rising the Moon, Wearing the Green, whatever we're going to call it. Here we go. And it's got a real marchy kind of a feel. The nice thing about it is that's the whole thing. The verses and the chorus, they're exactly the same. The lyrics sort of change up the rhythm a little bit, but the melody is always the same. And for that matter, the rhythm of what you'd be playing sort of depends on the lyrics that are in the version that you're playing. So if you're playing Rising the Moon, yours might be a little different than Wearing the Green. Melody's the same. I'll run through the whole thing again, play along, we'll do it twice through, how about that? And see how you do. So here we go. Now, ornaments, as always, we get to that. A lot of room for slides, a lot of room for cuts. I try not to go too flashy on this one because with the marches, it's really more about the melody. It's about that very regimented rhythm. So, to that end, I like hitting that big first grace note to kind of set that step. Sliding and cutting into that F sharp. The only kind of weird thing I do there is that double cut on an E. And really it's a double cut transitional thing as I go from the F sharp to the E. And to do that, what am I doing? Tonguing first, and then leading off with that. That's really the only time I ever use that. It's not a fairly common ornament, but what I'm doing is I'm doing the ring finger and then the top index finger here. And then as I land on that E the second time, I'll do the crossing noise tap kind of thing to hit that. And it's just, subtle, I think. A lot of slides there. You could do that sliding crossing noise coming back to the G. And then I do a double tap on that high B. And then to finish the phrase, the same double tap, or double cut rather, on the E that we just talked about. Same thing. And that's really all there is to it. There's a lot of other stuff you could do. You could throw in a lot of short rolls. That's one of those things that's up to you, but I think keeping it simple works pretty well. Now what if we're playing an A? That other setting that I started off with, it was a little different. It's got a slightly different rhythm to it, and I can't remember where I heard it, but the nice thing about playing an A, or I should say the trade-off for having to deal with the half-whole G sharp, which is tricky, is that you get some really cool effects on the C sharp. The C sharp is just, it doesn't get used that much, at least in my experience. It's probably my least used note, so when I get a chance to, it's nice. And tunes and A tend to call that out and give you some options to mess around with and some slides into it and some things that are fairly whistle unique, which is why I like that setting of it. Let me know what you all think. A or D, which you like better. I'll see you guys in the next one, and if I don't see you until then, happy St. Patrick's Day. Cheers.